Bala Vignesh is asking, what is your opinion about the recent proposal from SEBI to reduce the face value of corporate bonds to 10,000 rupees?
It's a welcome move, which will mean that more people can democratically enter and buy bonds. Even when it was finally bonds which could be traded was brought down to 1 lakh. Before that, it was 10 lakh bonds, which made it out of reach to most people. Then it was brought to 1 lakh. If SEBI pushes through that all bonds, listed bonds have to be at 10,000, it will mean more people can enter the bond market. Also, there is a regulation that bank bonds have to be 1 crore in face value. If SEBI can bring it down to 1 lakh, you will have more participation.
A lot of people, after your video which you had done recently with Sheikh, I think, in the Tamil channel, had a doubt that TCS is considered diamond pin, and because of the PE ratio of TCS. But at the same time, Tech Mahindra, which is a higher PE, you're saying it is worthwhile looking at.
I'll tell you why.
They want a little bit of an in-depth analysis on how we came to this point.
TCS has not had a major drop in profits. Its P by E ratio is high. In Tech Mahindra, we are doing a bit of binocular gazing. What happened is a new CEO took and he didn't recognize a lot of revenue. So the profit of the company dropped by 60%. That the net profit of the company in one particular quarter dropped by 50%, 66%. So the P by E ratio is extremely high because the price didn't drop, profits dropped. Now what we expect is that 60, I'm not expecting a big growth, but I'm expecting that fall will normalize over next 1 quarter, which will mean that the EPS will go up, P by E ratio will come down, so the price will go up.
Okay, I suggest all of you who heard Anand speak, pause the video, rewind this bit and listen to it a little slower. Because unless you understand what Anand says at probably half speed, you will not gather his analysis and he'll be messaging me back saying, I don't understand. He's explained it very well. Only thing is, you have to take a little time and slow it down and listen to him because he's gone it at Anand's level, at speed of Jupiter, while we are at Mercury. We need to slow it down and get to our size. So I suggest you guys rewind this bit, those of you who are interested, and watch it again. Okay, Prakash Subramani is asking this. This question a lot of people are asking who are working in IT companies, big IT companies. They always have employee stock options. This boy is working in IBM. They're giving him 15% discount. So should people consider?
Normally, I would say yes. I do not know the fundamentals of IBM. I don't know what IBM is doing because IBM is constantly spinning off companies and doing a lot of corporate reorganization. But normally, if you are getting a stock 15% below, and especially in a market where IBM must not be overvalued, should not be highly overvalued.
But 15% is still a considerable...
No, I'll tell you why. It's not in that 7 stocks which are AI driven.
No.
So IBM has not got...
But they're one of the forefronters of Watson, no, the AI.
Yeah, but they're not in that AI boom. That is when I hear the news, I'm not hearing the AI boom there. So maybe they are in a reasonable valuation. Maybe. But they spun off one company called Kindle. So what is the business they are doing? What are they? They are out of hardware. They sold their Lenovo brand. So I do not know what is the core business of IBM. What is the future outlook? What are they going to look like? Once you can figure that all out, you can take a call. But I have not done it in the case of IBM.
Okay, but generally speaking, if it is you're working for a good company like an Amazon or a Microsoft.
If it's Amazon, Microsoft, Cisco or any such company. Capgemini. Because Capgemini is not buying, selling companies every day.
So that's the main reason you would think
I do not know because there have been lot of... they got out of Lenovo. They spun off Kindle. Then they bought another company recently. So I do not know what is... It's a professionally run company.
Yes.
See, if it's a
very old company.
Yeah, it's a old company. The Watson family is no more in control of it. So if it's a promoter-driven company, I know exactly what the promoter is looking over the company. Here, the pension funds are looking over the company. So they will prioritize short-term returns over long-term gains. So I do not know what is happening there.
Okay. Durga Prasad is asking, I know this question, what you like to answer, but since a lot of people have asked this question skirting real estate, it's a bit of a lengthy paragraph he's given. So just hear him out. He says, in 2008, his family was in Bambalam. They were renting a place for 7,500. Maintenance was 3,000. They stayed in the house till 2020, where over time their rent had increased 1,000 rupees every year. The maintenance had gone up by 100 rupees every year. Then they relocated to another place where the one bedroom went 9,500 rupees. And now they are paying 11,000 rupees and 8,800 rupees for the same place. He's saying now owners owners are increasing rental every year and maintenance every year. Searching for a new place is proving to be very difficult. He's saying if the rental amount is like 18,000 and maintenance is 1,200, in that case, isn't it better to buy an apartment with savings or under loan at 70%? Isn't that a better option to use savings and take a 70% loan?
In 2008, I would have blindly said buy it because the rent would have been enough to pay the EMI.
Correct.
Right? Today, sir, your 11,000 rupees is not enough to pay the EMI. Even if you pay 30% of your money from
Even
your
18,000 is not enough.
18,000 is not enough. So therefore, you missed the bus. You should have bought it in 2008. You could have done it till 2012. Now the problem is the rent is not enough to pay the
EMI.
amount of rent you have is not enough to cover the EMI. This is primarily because there has been a big boom in real estate. Because of that income tax write-off. So if we are looking at 18,000, you cannot buy you can look at a house between 25 to 30 lakhs. Now if you are used to living in Mambalam
And Nangalore, wherever.
or Nanganallur, you are not going to find a house for 30 lakhs.
Correct.
Unless it's a 30-year-old house which
Which you wouldn't want anyways.
which you won't want to buy anyway. So you will have to go way outside. The water problems will be there. So you will have to go way outside the
And
city.
currently with this flood situation, you don't even know what the situation is.
Which is, we don't know where there is water, where there is no water. And if you buy it somewhere, the amount of time you will spend in commuting between workplace and office will make it highly unreasonable. So my formula is simple. If you find it comfortable to work, travel to work, and you are able to pay from rent, you put 25% of your money in. If the 75% loan is covered by your rent, please go ahead and buy. If you are paying 2x of the loan, 2x of your rent as loan EMI, please don't even think of buying because you are eating from your savings.
Correct.
So when you go old, the house will not be worth much and you will not have savings.
Correct. I hope that question is answered because a lot of you keep asking me this question, especially when it comes to real estate. I can understand where we have been told this historically that we should always look at buying, That world was a different world where our parents and our grandparents were living in, and the world we are living currently in is very different. And if they are around, and they really look at it, they would advise you what Anand is also advising you right now.
आपने इस पॉडकास्ट को सुना, इसके लिए मैं आपका आभारी हूँ. अगर आपको इस वीडियो पसंद आया, इस वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. बेल नोटिफिकेशन दबाएं. अगर आपने बेल नोटिफिकेशन नहीं दबाया तो आपको हर वीडियो जब आप अपलोड करेंगे इसका नोटिफिकेशन नहीं आएगा. अपना कमेंट्स नीचे लिखिए, मेरा टीम इसको पढ़ेगा. हो सके तो इस वीडियो को अपने दोस्त और रिश्तेदार के पास भेजें और उनको देखने की आग्रह करें. नमस्कार, धन्यवाद, जय हिंद. नमस्कार, फिर पैसा बोलता है में आपका स्वागत है. जनवरी के महीने में मैं त्रिवेंद्रम आ रहा हूँ. त्रिवेंद्रम में आपसे मिलूंगा. जो भी मुझे त्रिवेंद्रम में मिलना चाहता है, नीचे दिए हुए जीमेल में trivandrummp@gmail.com में मेल भेजें और या नीचे दिए गए व्हाट्सएप नंबर में हमें संपर्क करें. धन्यवाद.